Go. Yeah. It's getting hot in here. Yeah. I think I'm gonna take my shirt off for Donald Trump. Yeah. Donald Trump and Google. Donald Trump and Google. Google, Google, Google. Yeah. How about you guys? Feeling hot tonight? Because I'm going to start stripping right here on stream. This is a different kind of live stream tonight, folks. No. I wouldn't do that to anybody. I wouldn't do that. Tonight, I got my guests. We got the macro of the Philiac up in the place tonight. Because he sells Linux and accessories.
Tits out for Trump.
Okay, yeah, I'm down with that. And
Harambe.
And Harambe. Oh, wow, yeah. That's definitely two ways to do it. Whatever floats your boat. All right, so it is per tradition. We've got an intro to roll.
Computers, gaming, retro gear, devices, tech reviews, and more. Geeking off with Andrew.
Okay, well. What's going on with everybody today? How y'all feeling tonight?
I'm okay.
It is a weekend.
It is the weekend.
Enough
You know what the weekend means? You got to have a beer. And I'm doing my favorite, the Drooling Moose. Well, it's not really a drooling moose. It's just called Moose Drool. And it is good. It's my favorite. Oh, kind of sounds cool when you're talking it like this. Yeah. Okay, remind me to never do that type of intro ever again. I'm
too sober for this shit tonight.
You can always come into the show, get a little drunk, because I think with tonight's main topic of discussion, you might want to have a cold one ready to go, because we might have some opinions. We're gonna earn some really earned dislikes here tonight. We're gonna get a little excited. Yeah.
We're gonna work for that. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me get this monitor over here. Oh, nope. I keep doing that every time. Maybe I shouldn't load the intro and the outro together, and I wouldn't have this problem over here. Seriously. I should do one video clip at a time, right? That makes sense. So that way it doesn't go to the next one on the playlist, and every time I'm trying to take it out of full screen, it's playing and stopping and playing and stopping. Okay.
Well, you could have fixed it in post, but you just had to start doing these live.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Fucking sucks.
Our first topic here, the main discussion, is Google is getting banned. Well, not really getting banned, but the situation here is recently our king, our Lord and Savior, Donald Trump, has put an immigration ban. Yeah, an immigration ban on Iran, Iraq, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen.
Really?
According to the Wall Street Journal, at least 187 Google employees who normally live and work in the U.S. have been affected by this ban. And the company is reacting. They're going nuts. So they took the day off from work. They took the day off of work to go and do a little protesting, the American way. You know how American is. Well, we're not going to go to work. We're not going to earn our money because we got kids at home that need to be fed. I wonder, since they're Google employees, were they paid? Were they getting paid? Do you think they got paid when they went out and protest because it affected these 187 employees? And here's another thing. Here's the kicker. If any of these 187 employees who couldn't get back in the country for Trump because of Trump's ban, I hate to say it, but if any of them worked on the copyright claim system of YouTube, I'm all up for it. Trump, good job. Thank you. But probably not.
Yeah, that's 187 people out of the 70,000 people who work for Alphabet Inc. Over 50,000 for Google specifically. The likelihood that any of them are involved with YouTube is slim to none. But that's less than that's a fraction of a percent of their employee base. I mean, it sucks, but yeah.
Yeah, it does suck.
Keep the show going.
Yeah, why not?
In their memory. Am I harsh for saying that? Am I racist for saying that? Wait, it's not a race.
It's Google. They are a race.
It's Google.
They rule us all. They're taking our data at our own free will. You know?
Took our jobs.
They took our jobs.
Anthony, they're watching this right now because he's fucking owned by fucking Google.
They're not seeing this. This is not broadcasted anywhere on Google. I am broadcasting this to YouTube, not Google. Get it right, Mark. Get it right. Okay?
Anthony, Google Hangouts.
Oh, crap. I never thought about that. Oh, shoot. What am I going to do about that, Mark? I mean, if they just heard me saying, I praise Trump because if some of these people...
They can't really do anything. They can't do anything because freedom of speech still overrules.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We do have freedom of speech right now.
Yeah.
Do you think Trump? Well, you're not really American. You're British. So how do you view the Trump situation of America? Let's hear it from the outside. What do you think of this Trump guy?
He doesn't know what he's doing, really.
He doesn't know what he's doing. What do you think of his hair?
It reminds me of Boris Johnson a bit.
Oh, okay.
But
So,
it comes off too aggressive.
but there's some
That's
people
style.
in America like that aggression. You got to realize there's a lot
Yeah,
of
but
people in
I
this
know,
country. They're
if
gun toting, man. They like their hunting.
I know.
They don't like
Yeah,
their
but what I'm
foreigners. Them goddamn Mexicans coming up taking them jobs. You know.
Yeah, but if you're greeting school children, you can't show that aggression because that's no way to. If it's meeting school children and it comes off aggressive.
It does set a bad example, bad precedent.
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
where you're coming from.
Yeah, I see it. At least he hasn't been, at least not yet, been caught molesting little children. I don't know where that came from.
But if he did molest children, let me tell you, he will be the best at it.
Ouch.
Yeah, because he would trump.
You Trump all over you.
I was watching his weekly address. He had Trumpisms all over the place. It was golden. He was talking about the new Supreme Court justice. He's like, an absolutely fabulous justice, let me tell you.
Well, I think in the tech industry, such as Google, Apple, it seems like Trump's got a stick up his butt there. He's got some issues with. I think he's even got issues with Apple. And if Google doesn't become the new CIA for the government, better watch out because Trump's going to take you. You think Trump would do something like that? He'd say like, all right, Google, you're already better than the CIA. You got all that data collection. You got everything. That realization, no matter what you do and where you go, Google is always watching you. Gary, 47.
And also, he's watching your phone as well because of Android.
Oh, crap. Yeah, it was even worse is how Google knows when I go to work. Because like 5 minutes before I go to work, it'll pop up a little notification saying light traffic in your area. Heavy traffic in your area. Here's an alternative route. It does it. I'm serious. Just before I go to work and before I leave work, it gives me a traffic report. And I walk to work.
And Google is owned by YouTube anyway. Have you forgotten that?
Yeah, unfortunately, that was the downfall of YouTube, wasn't it? I mean, look at the things that Google supports. No wonder they should be banned. I mean, look at the stuff they put on the front page. You're talking your Leafies, you're talking your PewDiePies, you're talking your drama alerts. It's like, whoa. There's a lot more talented people down there, man. And here we are dealing with that stuff. Not to say I catch myself watching it from time to time. Say, oh, well, that looks like an interesting click. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then I come away from the video straight away.
Oh, so Macro, let's hear your point of view. Let's see what you got for us.
Um,
Yeah, touchy subject.
First off, they keep on calling it an immigration ban, and a lot of people have brought this point up that this has not the first time this has been done. This was actually done under the Obama administration on more than one occasion. One time for 6 months. This time it's the actual term they're calling is a moratorium for 120 days. 7 countries that were handpicked for harboring terrorists from the Obama administration. Now,
Well,
it's been very.
I was about to
poorly
say,
planned.
when was the last time any of these countries have attacked us via terrorism? 2001?
I'm trying to remember. There were a few domestic terrorism cases. I think it was Libya that there were refugees that actually took place in attacks that they think got radicalized when they came here to America. The whole thing is this. Everybody's agreeing that even if they're siding with Trump, this whole thing was done poorly. Some people are having to stay at the airport for days at a time, just go through the really slow vetting process. There are some local cops having to do immigration policing. It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
that is a mess. But if you're Google and your employees, aren't they like a worldwide company? Don't they have like Google Japan, Google whatever? So if they're on an outcry, I can understand their outcry for what's going on and getting banned from the United States. Yeah.
Yeah, you would think with their global presence, they're pretty much their own government. You could say they have Google embassies in multiple other countries.
Oh yeah. So they're not out of work, and plus, wouldn't you think any employee who works for Google, it could be done on the cloud? You can hop on your computer, connect to the internet. Not unless Donald Trump is going to go that far, and the immigration ban goes as far as, well, if you're an immigrant, you're getting banned from getting connected to the U.S. networks. How's that one? The future of bans, China's already got it with the Great Firewall, They can't even see Google's content.
Or if you want to
Google's
put it
already
for
been
worse.
banned in China. Oh, no. I see where this is going. Oh, no.
Oh no.
We're screwed.
Was it Trump sometime during the campaign? It was like 2 years ago, but he was saying, yeah, we got to get together with Bill Gates. We got to censor ISIS. These people are on the internet. We got to censor the internet somehow. We got to get Bill Gates, all these smart people together and figure it out. I hope he's gotten smarter since then, or he doesn't care because he loves his Twitter that much.
Oh, yeah. I heard the CIA took that away from him.
They want to get him off his unsecure Android phone. He's using some off-the-shelf, I think, off-contract, old-ass Galaxy.
So what?
And they're trying to get him
So
like
what did they?
a
So what did they
BlackBerry.
get? So what did they get him? Well, that was Obama. Obama came in with a BlackBerry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that shows you how long he's been in office. It's a long time. And then after the 8 years, does he get his BlackBerry back? And when he gets his BlackBerry back, what is he gonna do with the thing? He's gonna be like, yeah, I got my BlackBerry back. Yeah.
Well,
He'll be looking for the new model and realize, man, while he was in office, BlackBerry went a belly up pretty much. They're done. I've never actually seen a BlackBerry in the wild. It's all this Android. Heck, I don't even see Windows phones in the wild.
I see Windows phones and it's more common in UK with Windows phones.
No, for example, and at least here in where the area I live, Montana, everyone has Android or Apple. I've never seen any other kind of phone.
Are you under CDMA or chip?
We've got both GCM and CDMA. Depends on what carrier you go through. I'm on a GCM network because I need a phone that's unlocked. I can put a SIM card into it, and then when I go flying over to Japan to go visit family, I can pop in a SIM card and get right back to it, baby. Except the only thing, when I go overseas, I just can't make actual phone calls. They just give you a SIM card that gives you, data. But that's all I need. I just need my Google Maps, man. Oh, shit. Damn you, Google. I need your maps. I need your docs. I need your freaking platform to live stream on right now.
I need, hey, Google, what's the weather today?
I don't use it. Forget it. I'm done. We talked about these assistants last episode. I'm just not digging that train. I'm not riding that train, and I'm not screwing that pooch. I'm done. I'm done.
But you are. It's doing it whether you like it or not.
Oh yeah. It knows every time I've searched on Google. When I'm looking up my hentai, damn.
And you go to a video and hentai pops up. Yeah.
Well, not only that, they start knowing I like it, and they start sending me more. Like, yeah, this guy's a pervert. We like this guy. Send that stuff his way. Don't become a weeboo.
I don't think.
How's it in your brony world? How's your Google results? I'd like to see your Google results, Mark.
Oh God.
What are your ads like?
Pony ads. Actually. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I get more adverts for Build-A-Bear now.
Build-A-Bear. Okay, well that makes sense. Oh, that's great. I notice you've been doing a lot of what do you say? Google searching and shopping? I heard you're thinking of upgrading, because we saw your video on YouTube, by the way, of that dusty poor beast. That poor computer. I feel bad for that poor thing.
I've already ordered the first component. That will be the case. I'm waiting for more money to go through for my savings.
So, what did you get? Some of you might seem a little familiar. I think I might have influenced somebody here.
I haven't actually ordered it yet because I'm waiting for the savings. Right, it's got Intel Core i7. This is actually a kit, and it's 6. You got the show notes there. There's a lot of.
Did you dump it in the Google Docs? Oh no, you didn't. Okay. Oh,
no.
You sent it on Facebook. I see.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going. Oh, you're going to Skylake i7 6700K. That sounds familiar. Asus Z170P. That sounds familiar. 32 gigs of RAM. 3200 megahertz. DDR4 Corsair Vengeance. Boy, this is getting real familiar. Except I think I use different RAM though. Oh, you're going to Arctic Liquid Freezer. A liquid cooling this time.
Yeah.
Let me know how that works out for you. Because after my last build, I am so done with liquid cooling. GeForce gaming case. Ooh, so you're going gaming case. And a Blu-ray Blu-ray writer drive.
Yeah.
So you're catching up with us here. You trust me, you're gonna love the 6700K. I have no complaints as far, especially after my lovely AMD did its thing.
And the last thing would be the big TV, massive TV.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
42-inch ultra.
And Jason's in the chat. He finds this kind of impressive because Jason was there. He brought it to my attention. He saw your video before me, and he's like, Anthony, I need to send Mark a can of compressed air. So Jason, if you're out there, I can give you Mark's address. His birthday's coming up in a few days.
What video was this? What video was this? I can't remember what video it was.
Oh, let me pull this one up. It's Mark Hyde. YouTube. Oh boy, let's see what we can find here. Okay, all right, here we go. Here's your YouTube channel. I'm completely surrounded by ponies in here. Oh boy. I just got an intro up there. Yeah. Now I got to remember which one it is. Probably buried now. Oh, here is it. Is it the RAM one? I think this is the one. Let me see if I can.
Markida, and it's
Time for another.
Oh my god. It's seen better days.
Yeah.
It's seen
Let me see if I can. Okay, here we go. Let's get.
blue butthole.
Where's the part where you get really deep in this sucker? All right.
Okay, I think it's about probably 20 minute mark or
Let
something.
me see. Let me full screen this
I
guy.
might need to get spare clips
And look at that dust on that graphics card, man.
at the end of this. Because some
Oh
bits
man,
come up broken
I'm
apart,
amazed.
but home
Oh man, you just need just one good blow of compressed air in that bad
That's the
boy.
only trouble with these clips, sometimes they break off.
And also it's cable management a
Don't
bit
cost too much.
as well.
Well,
See.
yeah, it's not too bad. And
That
I still.
Thing is, that
I know it's
Wait,
not
explain-
big
The case is
ones,
so-
but I don't
What
know,
happened here with the
Dom.
fan?
what those
what
spare
fan?
parts are.
Oh, that old
Something
fan was
wrong with
part of
actual
the old
grill,
cooler.
it's just the actual fitting.
Okay.
of The actual.
The thing is, it's so difficult to put memory in, and you figure you have to take the cooler out just to put the memory in because it's so tightly.
It's just
tightly
really
lifted up.
tight, and you can't. Well, yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. I think even on mine, once the fans are on there, yeah, you're not getting access to the first 2 or 3 sticks of RAM. So I can understand why that. But now I remember you had an issue here. Did you break this thing or something, or what happened there?
Oh, something. Thing is, those clips are so easy to break. If
See,
you try
I know
to be careful,
getting that sucker on is no fun.
You know.
No, I did not enjoy that experience. And I kept worrying as I'm putting it on there and getting it tighter and tighter. I'm like, oh man, is the motherboard gonna break?
And motherboard is 2012.
2012? Yeah.
Well,
and
it was
I just noticed the MSI logo on here.
When it launched.
There's your
on
problem
Amazon, it was
right there.
2012.
That's your problem right there. That little MSI, you see that right there? Right up in here?
What do you want me to do, Anthony? Smash it to pieces? Do a viral video like you do?
You know what? If you don't want it anymore, you can do that. You can go ahead and smash that thing up.
Yeah, God. But thing is, I might keep it as a spare in case I do need it.
Yeah. I
It's
got a
not-
few of those in
it's
the
not
closet,
broken.
and they keep building up. And I'm thinking about, what should I do with it? I'm just thinking, well, I really don't want to set up because there's another rig on the desk. I'll figure something out.
What's that face?
Don't be a hoarder.
Don't be a hoarder. That's probably something I need to do with these extra computers. Just take them out, give them, put some Linux on it and say, here, give it to some family
And,
member that needs it.
I can talk with bloody ponies behind me. Hoarder ponies.
That's a herd.
Hoarder ponies. It's a safe. It's a thing.
Your bedroom is a stable, dude.
Yeah. Stable conditions. Yep.
Yeah, not you.
Oh. That's great. Mm.
Oh,
Ah.
I've already come prepared with a static bracelet.
I wanted to talk to you about this. You better wear that. When you make your video,
yeah.
you wear that. If you don't, the people in the comments are going to rip you a new asshole, bud. I'm serious. They're going to.
Yeah.
It'll be the
Yeah.
end of the world.
You don't
Seriously.
put band on. How could you?
Yeah. Trust me. I know from experience. Oh, man. And so
Do they?
Go ahead.
I was like, do they intentionally make those ridiculously bright, obnoxious colors just for visibility's sake? Just for the sake of videos or people calling you out on it?
It was the only one available in a shop.
As long as
No,
you're
all the
grounded,
ones I had in
you're going to be fine.
college were obnoxious like that.
As long as you're grounded, bud, you're okay. Especially if it's not plugged in. You just, trust me. I have shocked my computer by walking to the computer and touching the mouse. Have you ever done that one? And the mouse shocks the crap out of you? And this thing's plastic. Plastic.
And also, I'm very prone for static shocks as well. Even at work, I'm very prone to get static shots from the cages.
Well, just look at the ponies. You have a very sparking personality.
Sparkly. Sparkle.
Sparkling?
Yeah.
Sparkling? Okay, I gotta
Sparkle,
put a bun
sparkle.
on that. Put a bun on that. In other news, did you know I got Ubuntu Mate running on Windows 10? Just kind of changed up the subject.
How fast is it though?
It feels native, and I didn't use any of the methods used by other people out there. If you look at how to do this, they use a program called Xming most of the time to run the desktop environment. Basically, you run Compass to run it, and so I did it a little differently. I'm not going to disclose what I've done because it has not been done anywhere on the internet. And trust me, I have searched for it when I was trying to do research on doing it. So tomorrow, I'm filming a video so I can get that sucker out this weekend and be the first one to do that. It's going to surprise you. It might be a little shocking, but one of those things is like, how come nobody else thought of that? Huh.
I'm just laughing at the new comments, man.
I know they're going wild out there, man. Oh, you don't put those in there.
I regret
geez.
nothing.
Oh my God. Oh.
Oh,
Okay. Our next little topic that was a suggestion by Mr. Macro here, and I thought he had a good point. So I'm calling this little section called Closed-Minded Open Source. Did you kind of see what I'm going there? I think there's a lot saying here. A couple of podcasts ago, our good old buddy, the Linux Gamer, was back at it and responded to all that backlash he got on his previous YouTube video. Basically getting into it about how his channel, he reviews proprietary games on Linux. Because a lot of people in the Linux community, they're all about the open source, but they are so closed-minded and don't even know it. I was starting to become that type of Linux user. I mean, sticking that Linux stick right up my butt, pulling it in and out, and enjoying every moment of it. That's what drives people away from the Linux community. Is people doing this kind of stuff. But they don't realize they're pulling a double standard, because here they're complaining on a channel that reviews proprietary games on Linux called the Linux Gamer. He does a review and talks about a gaming product or client for chatting with gamers. Basically, it's no different than anything else he's ever covered on his channel. Discord's no different than the games he's reviewing. And then when he did that, they're saying, oh, it's not free, it's not open source. You need to chill, you know? So Macro, I know you definitely want to say something here.
I mostly wanted to bring it up because we've had a running theme over the last few podcasts. You know, since you've gone back to Windows, we always end up kind of knocking free software versus proprietary. Like people were bringing up, say, Blender last week as opposed to Premiere or something else. But you've always been just referred to. It's just comes around to what tool you want to use. And, you know, how far deep do you want to go with the whole free software thing? Hey, free software is great, and it makes everything better. It makes everyone better. If something free does a fantastic job, that makes the people who do commercial software have to work that much harder to actually sell their product. But if they have the better tool, if it's free but closed source, use what's better for you. That's the whole point of any of it. You could go full Stallman, but Sure, you might feel great about yourself, but are you really happy jumping through that many damn hoops?
Yeah.
But is all games free on Linux? Especially like Ubuntu.
Tux Racer is.
Well, I mean,
You got Tux Racer.
there's some free and open source games, of course, but you can run Steam, and most of the games you're gonna want to play that are worth a damn are proprietary, are paid. Some people have this purity take towards Linux, towards open source, and a lot of that comes from Richard Stallman. That you can't corrupt it like that. But
Richard Stallman. And Mark, can you do me a favor? Don't play with your microphone. It's making a weird sound. But Richard Stallman? Richard Stallman. This guy? Is this the guy you're talking about?
Join us now
like the
and
Jesus of
share
open
the
source.
software. You'll be free, hackers. You'll be free. Join us now and share the software. You'll be free, hackers. You'll be free. Hoarders can get piles of money. That is true. Hackers, that is true. But they cannot help their neighbors. That's not good. Hackers.
Okay. I've had enough. I've never seen this before until Macro sent it to me today. But I have officially had enough. I'm not even going to finish that. And it's like, what, 2 minutes? And I'm already at 48 seconds into it.
in the rare event that Stallman himself sees this, if it's in some open source format capacity that can catch it, he just called insane by a brony. Think about that, Stallman. Think about your life a little bit.
He's a little overweight, too.
Oh, come on. That's not fair. He's got a sit-on-ass job. That's hard to get around. I
Okay.
lived like that once.
I'll calm down.
Don't make the fat joke. Come on.
It looks like that guy on your shirt.
Wendell? Classic neckbeard.
Yeah, great. Oh. Okay, well. So, I'm standing up for the Linux gamer. I'm glad he stood up, and I'm glad that the people calm their tits, pulled their closed-minded open source mind out of the Linux gutter, because to keep Linux strong and great, we need, to quit being assholes. Seriously, that's all I'm gonna say. I've been in the Linux community almost 4 years now, and there's a lot of assholes out there. I've even gotten some of it in my Discord chat where, I'm talking about Windows, and all of a sudden one of the members is like, "Oh, what's all this Windows crap?" I don't care. A tool is a tool. Doesn't matter what you use. Still, Linux still outweighs in my life than anything else, unfortunately. Or is that a good thing? I don't know. But I am going to be honest with everyone. Since I have been on Windows 10 with this new system, coming from an Arch environment on Linux, it is nice to sit down and get work done. It is nice to come down, do the podcast, and not fight with my audio settings for 20 minutes. So, that's what I'm just saying. It works. I love it, but it's nice to be able to sit down and get work done and not have to fight. I think the big breaking point was just before my computer died. I wanted to go live stream with Flam Effect on Minecraft. I booted up everything, got everything ready, and I fought for an hour to figure out how to unmute my microphone. Hey, Mark, mute yourself if you're not going to talk so you don't make too much noise. Sorry. Go ahead.
I think it all comes down to humanity. We've all been kind of the elite uber Linux nerd. I know you played that role a few years ago, especially on.
And I try to convert poor Jason in the chat here. I'm like, oh, come on, do it on Linux. Do it on Linux. But I never really told him how rough that road was. Yeah. Sorry. But it can be done. I can say, you know what it is? It's about the bragging rights. It's a bragging rights of saying, hey, I did this. The Linux nerd, for example. The Linux nerd, no, Linux. That's not his name.
And also,
the Linux gamer. Go ahead, Mark.
Also, you wasn't using your graphics card to your potential on.
No. That was another thing. I was not using my hardware, especially the graphics card. I wasn't using it to full potential, unfortunately, and that kind of sucks. Linux will get there. It'll get there. Someday. Eventually. Don't know when, but it will.
Gabe Newell will be willing.
Yeah. Well, where was I going with that? I was talking about something and I lost my track when you. But yeah. But yeah. I didn't realize that it was that hard to do things on Linux, but it's possible. You can do it. You know what it's about? That's what I was going to say. It's about the bragging rights of saying, I did it. Yeah, I did it. And the Linux gamer, he does Kadian Live. But notice how short his videos are. Okay. It's not long form content. Unless he's live streaming.
Hey, he puts out high quality content. Maybe he has all the time in the world to render out, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. No, he does. He's got good stuff. So check him out. He's the Linux gamer. Good guy. I like the guy. I even tried to invite him on the show once. He ignored me. Probably because he doesn't like me. Right, Linux gamer? I don't even know if he knows who I am. But I did try to invite him on a podcast once. He didn't take me on my offer. I'm also trying to get the Geek Rant people on here. I want to get them on my show, too. If you don't know who they are, check them out. They used to go by the podcast called Everyday Linux. They changed the name to Geek Rant at some point. And I figured I'd send them an email. Yeah, what about Geek Rant meets Geeking Off? Yeah. Okay. So, you pretty good on that topic? You feel good?
Yeah, I feel pretty good about
Yeah,
it.
but didn't you a Linux YouTuber once?
A Linux YouTuber?
Yeah, because I remember.
Oh
you
no,
working
he's
out
he's
somewhere.
not a YouTuber. He's a podcaster on his own world called Jupiter Broadcasting.
Yeah.
Actually, he's starting to get into YouTubing, doing vlogs now. So I guess now you can call him a YouTuber. He's becoming a YouTuber because he sees other people doing it and he's influenced by it, you know. And there's something now I got to search. I've got to put it up on the screen here. Let's see. I got to remember what it was. Because there's a big game this weekend. Did you guys know that?
I heard there was a Madden NFL LARPing tournament, and it's getting huge TV coverage, and people bet money on it and get drunk about it. I mean, LARPing is great and all, but why Madden?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point. Why does this web browser keep defaulting? I want Google. Why? I want my Google. I need them to spy on me and get my search right because Bing doesn't do a damn thing. Okay. Oh, there it is. I wonder if anybody's got a copy of this yet. But the word is out that Nintendo Switch is going to be in the Super Bowl. Yeah. We were talking about that. And Nintendo Switch, I'm probably not going to play the audio to this, but Nintendo Switch has got a Super Bowl commercial this year. A Super Bowl commercial. I'm not a football fan. I'm not a football fan, but I'm going to watch at least I got to find this commercial. Of course, I don't know if this is the one that's going to be on there. This is the YouTube version. But yeah, what do you think of that? How about them apples? Switch is going Super Bowl. I wonder if they're going to promote Madden. You think that's going to be the game that's, or maybe an EA game? It's got to be a kick if you're going to be, and that's a lot of money. You know how much Super Bowl ads cost? My God.
Oh yeah.
They're investing a lot, but the problem is, why would you invest that much into promoting your product when you can't even keep enough of any of your products on stock.
Definitely. Just maybe build hype. Encourage even
Yeah,
more
yeah, yeah.
scalping.
Especially since I still can't get my hands on the Pokemon Go wrist strap, which now the game's dead, so it's not even it's pointless now. Nobody plays it anymore, so now you can't even get it. Still can't even get it, and by the time you can get your hands on it, nobody's playing the damn game anymore. And then you got the NES Classic. Heck, by that time, I might as well just go pay somebody to 3D print one you want and throw a Raspberry Pi in there and be done with it. Forget it. And the Switch, it's probably going to be like the Wii. When the first Wii came out, it took me a year and a half to get my hands on one. A year and a half. Although I got a Wii U on launch day.
Nice.
But is that,
How much did you use that?
is that battery killer?
I only bought it because there's one game that I love, and that's the Donkey Kong Country series. And I had to play Tropical Freeze. Underrated game, but a good game. If you haven't played
You can't
Tropical
go wrong
Freeze,
with that.
oh, it's a good game.
Yeah, I don't know why they waste their money on a Super Bowl
Super
spot,
Bowl
but
ad.
a lot of games are being Super Bowl ad. But anyway, a lot of games, they're mostly Call of Duty games, get their first showing normally during NBA games or something like that. But as far as football's concerned, American football, I got to clarify here.
Well, I wonder how many hardcore gamers are actually into football. I grew up on Nintendo. I can't stand football. I'm not a football fan. I'm just not. I just never got into it.
I'd say there's a ton of kids who have no choice but to watch the game, either because of their parents or because peer
it.
pressure.
That's it. So they're
there's-
getting the kids. They're going for your kids,
There's
people.
No football or Madden game even announced for the console yet. There's a few EA games like FIFA, NBA 2K, but no Madden game. So you're showing off a console during the biggest football game of the year with no plans for a football game coming. I mean, you'd think there'd be some marketability there.
There would be. That'd be the best way to do it. But like you said, the kids are going to be sitting there watching it, and that's usually how it was. I remember as a kid, being stuck in those situations, being watching that football game, and I'm like, when will this thing be over? I want to go play my Nintendo so I can have the TV back, because they're using up the damn TV, and all I want to do is play Super Mario, man.
Was
Yeah.
it shock? Was it
Especially on a Sunday, that's the only day, when you're a kid, you got Saturday and Sunday off, and those are the days you can play your Nintendo games, and your damn parents are sitting there watching football, and you could be sitting there scoring it up.
Yeah, I'm not old enough to like booze, beer, or think these commercials are funny. Why am I wasting my time with this shit?
Yeah.
Was it Sharks last year Super Bowl?
I don't remember. I didn't watch it.
I wouldn't know.
I'm just
No idea.
not into it. This is not my thing. But you know what? There's YouTube. I'm not going to watch the Super Bowl to see a commercial, and if this extended cut on YouTube is what's going to be on the Super Bowl, then I've already seen it. There's no point in watching the Super Bowl to try to catch this thing like, unless you're a geek and you are into foosball, then go ahead. Go with it. Yeah. Okay.
Power to you.
Yep. Bring it up. Okay. There has been a very interesting comment that didn't come on YouTube, but on my Discord chat. He goes by the name Lazarspec. Let's go ahead and get him up here on the screen. I asked him, I said, can I put this in here? Because this is a lot of feedback. And this is one of the second biggest feedback I've gotten within recent that made a lot of sense. And he goes on about, the Nintendo Switch revealed in Discord and Mumble. And he would like to say that Discord for him is like a private social media almost. It's got voice chat and really rich text chat, unlike Mumble, TeamSpeak. Skype has only recently added embedded YouTube previews to the chat. Slack is mostly paid if you want to get multiple groups in, and if you're not a gamer, it's not gamer-centric. He names a program here called Ventrilo. I think I've heard the name somewhere. Not something I've used. is the same as TeamSpeak/Mumble. You got Rocket Chat, is basically FOSS, Discord. I'm certain Discord is based a lot on Rocket Chat. For me, Discord is really king. Only if they add this, once they add the screen sharing and video chat, then they're on the home straight. Trust me, I'm looking forward to the video chats. Especially if it's got good quality. I've got a new tool for the podcast.
But will that make the software a bit heavy intensive on your computer?
Not really. I don't notice it taking up.
Being
in the way.
The actual download sense.
No. I
No
mean,
more than Skype.
with all
Maybe
these other
better.
programs, like I said, with TeamSpeak, Mumble, and all these other, like the chat clients he did talk about here, most of them, they're hard to get other users onto. If that makes sense. I actually came to Discord because everyone kept sending me these links to go join their Discord. And that's how I discovered it. And I started playing around with it. And I'm like, screw that. I'm done with the Mumble server and hosting that and taking care of it and maintaining that. And I'm like, I like this. I'm done. This is neat. And then he continues on. Talk about referring back to the UK spying on us. He says, ha ha. He says the UK is worse than the NSA. We have GCHQ. Mark, you know what that is? I don't know. Do you? You're there in that UK.
I need to. I think was it on a Brave Our Tech report as well?
I'm trying to remember which one that he's I think he's only referring to that one. I think we talked about it. But he says you should know that the UK and the USA are linked massively in government. The GCHQ spy on UK and USA, NSA spy on the USA and UK. That's a mouthful. They share info to each other and avoid certain spying laws.
What technically are they spying laws?
I don't know. I take it you're not big into like privacy and certain things like that in your government, like the Americans are all panicked about over here.
But we knew it was happening. It's all like we can't do anything much about it really.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Can't Parliament make rulings on it?
Could. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know anything about the UK.
But
I
the thing
don't live
is, if it's at the moment under EU fucking law sort of thing.
Oh, okay. But then he continues on. But yeah, reason Discord works is because it's built around private community, because you have to invite people into the group, unlike Facebook, where you could just join it most of the time. Yeah, because there's some that are invite only. I would
also,
ditch Facebook if my friends moved to other platforms. I could contact them on. That's a very good point.
Yeah, you play it within the browser, which is good as well.
So yeah, Facebook's the same way, but it also has an app. Have you ever been to messenger.com? Check it out sometime. Really neat. Discord, referring spying, they have a decent privacy policy, he says. I also know quite a few of the devs and have them on Discord for some time to understand their ethics. They are good people. Main thing is, though, the primary purpose is gaming, so means about games is not that much private info. Well, okay, if you're online playing online games, you're not being very private when you're, screaming, "I'm going to kill that little bloody bastard." But I know Discord are not using that info. They have end-to-end encryption on chat because they need speed for chat, indexing, etc. But voice is encrypted. Interesting. In parentheses, edited. Twitter is anti-true free speech. The middle mouse, he goes on about the other stuff with keyboards, but he goes on about his mouse razor, the mouse wheel, his button is broken, and he goes about Ubuntu Mate have found a lack of, customizability and getting onto that stuff, which is, that's been an interesting thing with this desktop environment. XFCE, been interesting. It's been interesting. But you're going to have to wait for the vlog to find out more about that. Okay, the next one came from, surprisingly not what we talked about, Mr. Brayhawk Tech Club, he calls himself now. Not Brayhawk Tech, he's Brayhawk Tech Club now. I'm not going to go and read totally about this, but he went on to a very good point, because I went on about how the Raspberry Pi is something you can put emulator on, and play all the games. But he's got a very, very, very strong point here. If they cared about much else's Raspberry, but why would other people sell out for Nintendo? Well, what have you got to keep in mind in the market availability? Talking to the average person, if you mention Raspberry Pi more times than not, they'll probably think that you're talking about a Hostess snack. Whereas you say the word Nintendo to an average person, and right off the bat, at the least of part, it's like sheet music, I can drive.
No, people think.
Here's where he gets his point. This is pretty good. I can drive to Best Buy or Walmart or any other major retailer and pick something up from a Nintendo right now, today. No. I see your point there. Good point. But Nintendo can't keep things in stock. And I kind of explained to him about the scalpers in a Facebook discussion later on about that. But he's got a point. Yeah, it's something you can go pick up if it's in stock. But unless I'm actually looking for a Hostess snack, I can't do the same thing for a Raspberry Pi. I have yet to get one of those things in a major retail outlet, or any other retail outlet for that matter. And even if that were the chance, until the Raspberry Pi series starts getting market properly, if you even get one or someone as a gift, it better be someone that kind of knows what to do with it, which is also the majority of average people. So with all that said, of course, people are going to shell out the money for the Nintendo stuff, which is sad, but true. So all the people in the comments on YouTube, other podcasters like the Completely Unnecessary podcast, where they always bring up the Raspberry Pi thing and the Retro Pi thing, it's true. The average people don't know it, and even if they did, they probably wouldn't understand how to set something like that up unless you gave it to them already prepackaged. But it's not something they can just go and get in their tangible hands. Okay. Anybody else want to say anything about that?
I think you have it just about covered. I think we beat the Nintendo Classic Raspberry Pi horse completely dead.
Yeah, we beat that dead horse. I wish I had my Minecraft sword, because I'd love to do something right about now.
And some people might class a Raspberry Pi is for programmers.
Oh, well, somebody's saying that the what's the W.H. Smith in the UK, Mark? Does that sound familiar?
That is it's a news agent, basically. It's basically a news agent, but it also sells books.
It says they sold the Raspberry Pi in the UK. Have you ever seen those in there? Do you ever shop there?
I've seen them in Maplin.
Somebody forgot to close Facebook. Okay. And
I've seen them in Maplin.
it says, and we have a strange electronic hobby shop called Malfin? M-A-P-L-E-I-N? Maplin?
Maplin. Yeah, that's where I got my wristband. That's where I got this one.
BBC Micro Shell.
These all just sound like Radio Shacks.
Kinda.
That's the BBC's own project.
200 quid. Darn. I don't know.
I think
You know what that means. This is complete foreign language to me.
Quid pound, basically. It's Rummy slang.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Kind of like how we call our dollar a buck.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, looking at these notes here, it looks like I pretty much have hit every one of those bullet points on that one. Santa. Anything else you guys would like to talk about before we wrap this up?
Apart from the new flashlight or torch, which is bright.
That's right, you call them torches. In
I kind of
Minecraft,
want to talk about.
all you need is two sticks and a piece of coal. No, one stick and a coal. Right? And you can make one of those.
That's what she. I'm not gonna go.
Only
there.
Mark, yeah.
I'm not gonna go
You just can't really be pulling that one off.
No.
Okay.
You got ladies in the chat. You know that.
Oh yeah, I do. Anything else about macro you want to add before we close on out of here for the night?
Kind of want to talk a little bit about new things in the world of VR.
Oh yeah. You sent me this article, if I can find it, earlier this afternoon, I believe, about the blue phase liquid crystal opening doors and the 1,500 DPI displays. Higher,
Your eyes won't believe it,
like
but
this.
they
like-
will believe it.
Really? There's no more screen door effect in these dang VRs? Because that was a thing that every one of I tried. All I can see is these pixels up in my eyeballs. That's all I see. These the pixels. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, shoot. Give us your take.
Basically, blue phase liquid crystal displays, they work on some different physics principles than TFT displays, what we're used to. That they could be much more dense and react about 10 times quicker, which is perfect for VR. You want something that is incredibly pixel dense so your eyes can't differentiate. When you're using a VR headset, you're using a Fresnel lens that's an inch away from basically a jumped up mobile phone display. It's not going to look great. It's not going to react fast, but these guys trying to reintroduce this new technology that might take care of both of those problems. Thing is, takes a hell of a lot of voltage to upconvert. It's a huge electrical challenge to pull off, but if they do, phones, VR headsets, everything could just get a huge pixel jump in the next few years.
So what is that, like 12K?
Well, we already have 8K, so how about 24K?
There you go. There you go. The pixels are going to get so dang small we're not even going to see them anymore, even with a microscope. Crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of that point with some phones. When you consider 500 plus DPI, you kind of have to put a microscope up to it to actually be able to differentiate the subpixels. It's nuts. So maybe a screen door effect will be taken care of sooner than later. The only issue is graphics cards powerful enough to drive those worth a damn, because they have to drive that many pixels, and then they have to drive it at least 60 FPS, but ideally more to ward off any motion sickness. So
Yeah, that
the
would
display
be
technology,
interesting. Because even
Yeah,
even 60 frames per second in a YouTube video can make you a little dizzy. But maybe it's just because it's a video.
yeah, it's different. It's not cinematic enough. Ubisoft.
Hey, it's the way you
But,
go. Go ahead.
So we might get displays with this in a few years. I'd say it's at least 3, maybe 4 years off. GPUs may be caught up by then. Maybe not. Hard to say.
All phones need to have gyroscope.
No.
You
Like good old Jason, graphics cards are going to be insane. You know, they'll only be $3,000. $3,000. And you're going to go into
Yeah,
virtual
but
reality that looks as real as this reality. When
But
you
that
can
means
when
that
you can
Oculus-
get a real life Miku and you can molest her, just think about it.
Oh
think
my
about
gosh.
Think about it. You know, some VR
The point
pony.
is it
pony
for it
porn?
to not be real life and not molesting. Weren't we just going over Trump not doing this?
Dang it! Got to do it somehow.
All
Because
comes
Trump's
a full
coming.
circle.
Comes
Our
right down to
doctors will be-
this. They're going to tear you apart. They're coming for you, Mark.
Oh, what about the Vive? Have you seen the Vive demo or anything?
No.
I've wanted to try the Vive.
I haven't been able to run into one of those yet in the wild.
I've actually tried it. I actually tried it at PonyCon.
And?
It was in my vlog if you watched it.
Yeah, but you can't see what you're seeing.
The thing is, it's very. You lose a sense of where you are in the space. Really, it can be so dangerous because
That means it's working.
You think it's attached because you're attached to the wire at the back. It's not wireless. If it's a wireless headset, then it'll be okay.
That would be neat. But
Yeah.
wireless
At the moment.
then you're
you
talking
need a
about
bloody-
high-end graphics being broadcasted wirelessly. Now you've got a whole nother bag of apples to deal with. That's
Well,
that's a lot.
even having a battery pack on your back or something.
Then it ain't truly wireless.
Yeah, but I mean, but you're training wires. You're still training wires. You're still connected, really.
Okay.
Well, you won't have the umbilical cord of wires running to a rig to trip over is the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you think you
Might
can't,
as-
you can't
in
run
that
because
case,
you're-
you make a good enough rig, you put the rig on your back. As long as it's not
Yeah,
too
there-
heavy.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Then it's
That
not
was a big
connected
theme
to
at
anything.
CES last year. Just a bunch of kind of laptop hybrid VR rigs.
Yeah.
But they're largely going towards finding a way to do it wirelessly, like using 60 gigahertz, because that's incredibly low latency. So you might have a little dedicated access point or transmitter above your head, transmitter receiver for the VR headset. So it can be pretty well effectively wireless. All that matters then is battery life on the headset.
Sounds like brain cancer.
But it's like the Microsoft virtual reality set as well.
Well,
HoloLens.
HoloLens, but that's not
Yeah.
really true virtual reality. They're doing the augment reality, kind of like what the 3DS does with that little ball game where you
But
take a picture of
it's-
someone's head and
it-
you shoot their head. And
Yeah, but it's a start for the future. It's the start.
yeah, I guess I could play Minecraft in my living room. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be fun.
Yeah.
But I can't afford it.
I just hope it doesn't go to the way of the dinosaur like Google Glass.
It's never coming back, folks. Google Glass is dead. Dead to
Broken.
us all.
Broken. It's shattered.
So, anyways, we've reached our time, and it is time to wrap up this night's lovely podcast. So, thank you for joining us. And next, it looks like I'm on to the adventure of a little cinnamon in my diet. Taking the cinnamon challenge for this week. So, unfortunately, you're going to have to stay tuned for that. And another neat little something new in the news. You can always hit us up at geekingoffpodcast.com. I have talked to another applicant who applied to be another host of the Geeking Off podcast. He was unable to join us because it was a little bit short notice after he said, sure, I want to do it, but not tonight. But he's coming in the future, so stay tuned for that. You can also, subscribe to the RSS feed or iTunes. But recently, I was kind of surprised. You can now listen to the Geeking Off podcast on Google Play Music. Google approved this podcast. Thank you, Google. I love you.
It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah,
whole week.
just ignore that. Just ignore the title and the video title. Please ignore it. I love you. So go ahead. If you use Google Play, you can now subscribe to the Geeking Off podcast on Google Play Music. Go Joy. Go Google. Go Google. We love you. and Trump. Okay. That's about it. I think I'm pretty good there. So Mark and Macro, go ahead. Say your goodbyes. Tell us how you feel.
Goodbye, world.
Goodbye, Mark.
Goodbye, Google.
And Macro.
Goodbye. Goodbye, everything I've put into Google, my Gmail, all of that. I will surely lose it within 48 hours of this going live. It's been real. Good knowing you folks.
It's been real. Thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you had as much fun as we had making this show for you guys tonight. Looks like the chat was a lively one tonight. Kind of hard to read when this thing's moving a lot, but Gary, the Diabetic Geek, Eclipse, and I know I saw somebody else up there, some gamer girl. Thank you for joining us in the chat tonight. Shout out to y'all. You all are awesome. And we'll see you next week on the Geeking Off podcast. This is Anthony from Anthware, and from this time and every time on, keep on clicking. This is Anthony from Anthware, signing off.
Anyone else over here? Come on up, come on in.
Drink beer, you stupid bitch!